What's up, Ravens fans? My name is Josh, and in today's video, I am going to be looking at my top 5 sleeper picks in this year's NFL Draft. So let's get started. First off here, I have Colby Young from the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, he doesn't have the most impressive stats, 26 receptions for 358 yards, touchdown, and 13.8 yards per catch, which is pretty good actually. But I was watching the combine again yesterday to look for some of these sleeper picks. And I found this guy, and he looked really good. Really good hands. He has a good frame. He is 215, 6'3", which is really tall and big for a receiver like him. So if you see here, Stockton throws a pretty good ball, honestly. Reaches out, grabs it, has that hand, tucks it in, and that's a catch. Really good ball control skills, honestly. So that is my first sleeper pick. If you look at some of his other years, like 22, 23, he had 5 touchdowns, which is definitely better. I think it had to do with, this Georgia team. Their QB really spread the ball out a lot. Like, he didn't go to one certain person, so it was kind of hard for, to get touchdowns and stack them up and get good stats like some other teams. But yeah, for my number 1 sleeper pick, definitely Colby Young. I think he could develop really well in the NFL and be a great receiver. For my second sleeper pick, I have Oscar Delp, tight end. Once again, the Georgia Bulldogs, standing at 6'5", 245 pounds. Honestly, he's super athletic, I think, after watching some stuff. Now, for his 2025 stats, he only had 261 yards, 1 touchdown. But still, he's a bigger frame dude, which, he's a tight end. But he's super athletic, I think. I think he, just like Colby Young, he developed really well into a big body tight end that we could use. Since we got rid of Charlie Kolar and Isaiah Likely, I think he could be a good replacement for Kolar. Stepping in, making touchdown catches when he needs. So yeah, in last season, I actually had 4 touchdowns, which is really good. A 43-yard long receiving touchdown, which is not bad. He had around the same receiving yards, every year from 23 up. So I think another good pick that could develop really well, which I think all these guys will do really good in the NFL if they get in. Not at first, obviously, they will develop. But with all of these guys, like I said, I think they'll develop really well. For my third sleeper pick, it's got to be Sam Edge, center. The Ravens have a need at center after losing Tyler Linderbaum to the Raiders. And right now her starting center is Corey Bullock, which is not bad, but I just think he needs more competition. So I think bringing in Sam Edge from Kansas State would help us a lot. Now I couldn't find the stats for him, which there's not really stats for linemen, like that numbers it down. So in the NFL here, they have next gen stats. His production score is 79, which is really good. Athleticism is 66, which I feel like is something that can be improved. Total score 73. They do think he will eventually be a starter, which, like I said, development in the NFL with the good coaches that I think we have this year, he could definitely develop into that starting role that we need for center. He is 303 pounds, sitting at 6'4", so definitely a big guy. Here's some of his combine results. He had a 5.1 40-yard dash, which is honestly pretty good for a 300-pound guy. He didn't do the bench press. 20-yard shuttle, 4.71, 2-cone drill, 7.7. He jumped 28 inches on his vertical jump, and his broad jump 8 feet 5 inches. So that's honestly not bad for a guy that big. So definitely, I could see him developing. If we take him, he'd be like a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick. I would definitely take him if he's there in the 3rd or 4th round. Like I said, most of these guys will probably be late day 2, day 3 picks. They're sleeper picks. You're not going to pick them in the 1st round. Next guy I have is Caden Curry from the Ohio State Buckeyes. With 11 sacks this season, which is really impressive. 1 forced fumble, 2 pass deflections. I think it's 66 total tackles. And yeah, wow, this was an impressive year for him with that historic Ohio State defense. He's standing at 6'3", 260 pounds, which is very tall for an edge. I feel like 260, it's a good weight for an edge. But I did not expect him to have 11 sacks. I saw him at the combine, and I saw him on some other mock drafts. I'm like, okay, let's see. And I looked him up. He had 11 sacks, and I'm like, wow, that is really good and impressive for a guy that's not really big on anyone else's drafts or even in the second rounds or third rounds. He's projected to go like very, very late, surprisingly. I think like fourth or fifth for a guy with 11 sacks, which is rare. We definitely need more edge players, so bringing in a rookie like him would do us a lot of good, I feel like. For my last sleeper pick, it's not really a sleeper pick because he is very well regarded in college football. It's Jacoby Lane. 49 receptions, 745 yards, 4 touchdowns, 15.2 yards per catch. That ranked 93rd. But this guy ranked up with Mekhi Lemon, made his presence very well known. It's kind of hard when you have the talent of Mekhi Lemon next to you to still be, productive and still produce. But he definitely did. And at the combine, he was fast. He had great hands. He just looked really good all around. So this is more like a second or third round pick. And if we got him, I would not be upset at all. For his height and weight, he stands at 6'4", 200 pounds, which is very impressive for a wide receiver like him. Being 200 pounds, like light, it's kind of like a taller Zay Flowers, in my opinion. And I think he can develop really well with the right coaching in the NFL and be one of those top dog receivers like Puka Nacua or JSN. You never know. Anyways, that's going to do it all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I will release my top 5 first round picks for the Ravens very soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.